Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to my live quilting chat, Tipsy Tuesday. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our show. We are live both on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you say hi if you're new here or just one of our regulars. We love it. Make sure you say hi in the comments. And state where you're from. And then, of course, throughout the show, be sure to keep commenting, sending us hearts and thumbs up. If you like what you're seeing, the more comments, the better chances to win in the giveaway. And, of course, while you're there, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our page on Facebook, wherever you're watching. So thanks for being here. We appreciate it. We have two giveaways. Two $25 gift cards up for grabs each show. So one is chosen from your live comments and at the end of the show. And then we have a second giveaway with a giveaway question at the end. For those of you that maybe can't catch us live, you still have a chance to win. Our last show was last week, but on today's show, I know people have been waiting, anticipating this one. I'm going to be revealing the color and the fabrics in Gudrun's Color Club for our August pack. And I will show you also loads and loads of bundles that it will work with. I'm going to be showing you more fabric and giving you another little fabric lesson. It's answering a question a lot of you have asked me throughout the years. So, well, especially for the past few months. Last year, just say that. All right, so our last show last week, our giveaway question was, what is your drink of choice with your seafood dinner? Did we answer that? You said ice cold glass of ice water.
That's right. That's me. By the way, hi, everybody. Hi.
Yeah, Mr. HP is here. Sorry, forgot to introduce you.
That's okay.
That's okay. He's here running the show behind the scenes. My choice was probably a really nice rosé or a glass of white wine. Yeah, that would be my choice. All right, our winner for last show was, that was my drum roll. Jean Peyton Brown. Congratulations, Jean. Her favorite drink is iced tea. Lovely, lovely. So you have a $25 gift card coming your way. Make sure you send us an email to get it quicker. help@gequiltdesigns.com. And that will get your winnings, and you're able to go shopping sooner. So thank you for that. Congratulations. We had a little bit of an unexpected morning this morning as we showed up for work. We have, yeah, so we've been anticipating them fixing or changing the roof on our building because we've seen all the stuff getting ready for it. And yes, last week they had roped off a little something and done a little something, but, you know, they never really told us what the effects would be. They was our understanding that it would not affect us in the inside of the building. They'd just be working on the roof. Well, we came to work and there was debris coming down everywhere. So
it was raining dust.
It was raining dust and dirt and
stuff.
Roof stuff. So we quickly went and had to cover everything. And so as they move through and go through the building, we unfortunately had to cancel our showroom shopping because they started right above the showroom. So I had to pull some orders and pull some, do some fabric pulls this morning. And I had to climb under the tarp and squeeze between the shelves since they had been pushed all together. And yeah, it was interesting. It was fun. It was kind of like, yeah, a little scavenger hunt, finding the right places and spaces. But we got it done. All orders went out. Still, we had to kind of move our packing area over to the other warehouse. And so, but we make do. We make do. We have laptops. We took some computers over and
It was a mess.
Figured it all out. And so hopefully tomorrow it won't be that much. I'm just not looking forward to the cleanup.
It will be.
There will be dust everywhere. Yeah. So anyways, that's all good. We got her done. Have you ever had to change a roof on your house? Have you ever had to do that?
I
get a new
haven't,
roof?
but I had it done.
You had it done, but was there like trouble
No,
on the inside?
because we didn't have holes in the. This building has holes under the.
It's an old industrial roof, yeah, with
rocks.
holes. Yeah, so it was coming down. Anyways, so what I wanted to do today is I get asked all the time about, fabric choices and how do I, when I have a whole full fabric line to choose from, but most of you know that my bundles only have like between 8 to 15 different fabrics in it. But usually the full lines are maybe like over 30. Like, how do I choose? I get asked this all the time. How do I choose which fabrics I'm going to use in the bundle? And yeah, how do you make that decision? And so it is, kind of a multi-faceted answer. And this part kind of is the precursor for my matchmaking series, which I did last year. So if you're not familiar with my matchmaking series, I did a series of Tipsy Tuesday episodes where I talked about matchmaking, and that is not necessarily matching fabrics, but matching fabrics with the pattern. So if we had maybe a bundle and what would work well with that pattern, or what particular pattern works well for what kind of type of fabric bundle. So this would be kind of, the precursor, like how I decide what consists, what is going to be in the bundle and why. So I thought I would just, everything is better when we show it. So this bundle is actually on the cutting and folding tables in the warehouse right now. It's our Christmas morning bundle, and I want to show you. This is the bundle. I chose 15 pieces in the bundle. So this has been on pre-order, so even if you went now and pre-ordered it, you'd be getting a shipping notification this week because it's literally just being packed and folded. And if you pre-ordered this already, you will be seeing that real soon. So what I wanted to show you how this is a 15-piece bundle, so just a little bit bigger. I just absolutely fell in love with this line, as you probably are not surprised to hear, because I am using a lot of it for our Christmas in Europe, or for my Christmas in Europe. So this is the bundle. So I kind of chose from the 3 colorways. Let's look at the whole line. I have a photo of it, stacks of fabric. So this is the complete line. So it's really the greens, the taupes, the real lights, and then the reds. So when I was deciding on this, sometimes my bundles will have maybe equal amounts of lights and darks, or if there are 3 colors, I will split the colors. If there's more than 3 colors, I will just try and mix it to balance it. That was one of the words that I used a lot during the matchmaking series, is everything needs a balance. So here are my choices, but let me just show you everything. So I'm going to break it down by the colors. So we start with the lights, and I've talked about this before, that we have always have lights in fabric lines usually, and I either, for certain fabrics will love to put, half lights and half darks, or anything like that. These, however, are not very calm, all of them. So they're very different sized, and some have colors, some don't. So then we go into some of the taupes. So there's just a slight color difference here. Here's some the reds that I would count as reds that I didn't use. Here's the greens that I didn't use. And then there's 3 stripes. I may be missing some, but this is basically it. So first off, I saw right away that including all these lights would be a little bit problematic, because if you look at all the other colors, there is a lot of light in them. So including lights with fabrics that have a lot of lights tends to sometimes wash it out. So that is why I chose to leave them out. That doesn't mean we're not stocking them because we are stocking this in 1 yards and one of the stripes. So I decided right away, I really love the taupe, I love the green, and I love the red. And all of them have that white in them. So that will play and really play off the white and still keep it light. So that's why I split them into the 3 colorways, and I decided to balance the bundle equally between the 3 colorways. So here's the fabrics that I chose. So I kind of went with the darker taupes. I went with the main fabric. I really loved that. So I'm going to put that up on top here. All 3. Like that. So why not the main one? It's beautiful, the light one. I just, for my patterns and for the way I quilt, I don't use a lot of light prints with large scale color on it. I feel it would just, if you're going to use it for borders or anything like that, it feels sometimes that it's going to wash out the borders. Borders are usually used to frame things, and so that's why I left it out. Of course, which will make a beautiful back or something like that, but I decided to leave it out, and that's why. So the next one I love the doves, so I did them in both the green and the red, but the third one was in the light. And again, it's kind of an in-between print. It's a low volume, it's not calm, it's not light, so you can't really use it for background. And using it with other stuff, it's going to really kind of muddle it because of the pattern in it. Move this up so you can see it. All right. So then I went with, let's do this polka dot red. So the other reds that I had to choose from were these 3, and then this one and this one. Well, this one kind of doesn't count as a red because there's so much light in it, so it becomes a low volume. It becomes an in-between. Even though I love the print, I love this Nordic star, you can treat it as a plaid, a light plaid, but it really doesn't work very well as a red. It's kind of a non-color, so it becomes an in-between. So that's why I left that one out right away. Choosing between the other 4, you will see that this one, even though it has a lot of red in them, there's so much white in it. I'm going to see if you can see it up close. So when you look at it from a distance, you will notice it reads pink. Isn't that interesting? Even though I'm looking at it and I clearly see red and white, but as it goes further away, it reads pink. And that's just so different from the others. So that's why I left that one out, because if you put that one in a quilt, it's just going to read pink. So that one was out for that reason. So then I'm left with the 3, the red polka dot. I love the red text. And then this print, which has a lot of white in it, so it really will read kind of in between a red and a white. But because the print is larger, it does not read pink like this one. It has the same amount of white, but it's just funny how that happens. So here I have my 5 reds, and then between the greens, I had some more options. So we have 6 more greens. And so even though I love the polka dot, I first off really love this print, the holly, so I was definitely going to do that. And then between the other prints, I knew that I used this one here, so I'd probably skip that because there'd be a lot of green. So I'd probably skip that. And then this one was a much lighter green. It didn't really fit with the rest of them. So it would kind of read almost a minty color. And then it was between these 3. So because I have the dots here, and I probably was going to use the dots here, and I did not have either of those anywhere else, I wanted to go with this one because it really reads green, very different from the red version of it. And then I chose this one here because the red one didn't work as the pink, but this one really reads that nice light green. So that's why I went with that and left the green dots out, just to have more variety within the bundle between the prints. So then we went with the taupes. So we had some more taupes. We had a light gray birds, but it was so light that I decided that was enough to have them here and here. And then all of these prints were too light, so I'm going to take them away. So I'm left with these 5 to which ones to include. I already knew I loved the holly, and I only have one holly, so I wanted to use that. This print was already once here, and I skipped it in the green, so I took that one. Loved the polka dot, so I included the taupe polka dot, and then again it was between these two prints, and even though this has a lot of light, it still reads very taupe. And this one just fell flat for me. So as you can see right from that distance, it looks almost solid. So if you look closer, there is a texture in it. It's actually the same print as this, but it really reads solid from a distance. So I liked this combination better. So this is the bundle. So there it is. That's how I chose it. Between the stripes, I decided, because they're also very light stripes, I did not put them in the bundle. So I chose to go with a multi-stripe. We have the multi-stripe in 1 yards, and we will have this one in 1 yards, and then we will also have the main print in red in 1 yards and 3 yards. And the polka dot will also be available in 3 yards. So it will be a beautiful background. And what am I going to make with my Christmas morning bundle? Well, I've already decided. Yes, I'm already decided. That does not mean that is the only pattern you can use this bundle for. No, this is just what I'm going to do because I've been really excited. I love this line. I'm obviously using a lot of them for my Christmas in Europe. But that quilt, of course, is going to take time. So I want to make another quilt that I can enjoy this Christmas, and I'm choosing a pattern from a book called Stripology Squared, and it's my prisms. So I've been waiting to remake this one. So it looks very, very different there, very kind of muted. So I'm going to use the bundle for all the blocks. I'm going to use the white polka dot for my sashing. And then I'm going to use the red for my border, the red print for my border. So how do I pair up the colors? Since you just need a light and a dark, doesn't necessarily always have to be whatever light. So you could choose to put this red because it has a lot of light. All you need is just contrast. So these two could become a block. They would stand out from each other. These two could become a block. So I kind of want to pair anything that has a lot of light in it with something that's going to stand out from it. So possibly this one. Then the big prints you want to pair with something that is, so I'll probably switch this up a little bit, but probably play with this and this. And then this one and possibly that one. Yeah, this is going to be fun when I start really pairing up. No, I have too many greens. Huh. Let's go this way. There. And then I can go there. These two together. These two together. These two. Oh, am I missing one somewhere? Oh, there's 15. Yeah, 15. So I can switch things around and mix them up so they're not always pairing the same two in each block. So I can pair sometimes on one color with this and then another time something else. So I just start by cutting my stuff into squares. And what's beautiful about the prisms is that you actually, even though the pattern is written for 10-inch squares, you actually start by making a 4-patch. And even though I kind of in the instructions tell you to make them a certain way starting with a 10-inch square, you can still make that quilt just starting with 5-inch squares. And of course, with the bundles, you could only cut one 10-inch square, but you can cut 3 5-inch strips from the bundle and get 8, 16, 24 5-inch squares from each fabric. So that is going to be good. So I can make a pretty big quilt from just one bundle of 15. Anybody want to do that math? 24 squares times 15. 240, 360 squares. Woohoo!
Good work.
Need 4 for a block. What do you say, 360?
Yep.
I think that's 90 blocks.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe my math is off. This is all happening in the moment live. So don't fully trust it. All right.
That was great. That was great, though.
So I hope you enjoyed that little peek behind my mind, I guess, my brain, for how I make my decisions. And, you know, sometimes it's totally different, not really based on, you know, lights and darks or I always try and balance things out. But sometimes things are wild, and you'll see a little bit later when I show you some more fabrics. But now we're going to check out Goody's Color Club choice for the month of August. So if you're a subscriber and you've gotten your package, if you haven't gotten your package, it will be coming to you very soon. And so I am going to pull the fabric out first so you can see it, and then I'm going to put up my inspiration photo. So this month's color is, ooh, yeah, it's gold. In particular, honey golds. So this was my inspiration, and the name of the month is honey. The word of the month is honey, and it is so sweet. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gold in the shades, all the shades of honey. So I happen to be very lucky that Julie, who manages our club with me, she is a beekeeper. So she knows everything about honey. And I, of course, had a long list of things that I wanted to tell you about honey. But I want to just start by letting you look at the fabrics. So every month you get a sheet, a little bit about the color, what it represents, what it will emote, and then we have the list of the fabrics. We have some pairings, what colors would work really well with it, and then we have some similar basics that we already have in stock that would work well if you wanted some more variety. So let's check these out. So first one up is our terrain. I always also try and do different textures, different scales, so you have that variety within your bundle. So terrain has a little bit of direction to it, but I really love the richness of this. And look at the dark specks of honey that are kind of like that darker shades of amber almost. And then we have some bright spots as well. So I love that it has that variety all over. Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome.
We planned it that way.
So this one is, so next one up. So yeah, so this has a little bit of direction to it, but I love the variety. So it's kind of like honey dripping down somewhere. So next one up is called Dublin. So this one is kind of like a little bit of a grid and has the deepest tone in the background, and the grid is kind of a light tone. So I love, love, love that. Love that it has a little bit deeper tone. So that's also what I try to do. I try to mix up the texture, the shades, so that you have a variety in shades. The next one up is a floral elements, and this floral element is, we have not stocked before. It's called Sunflower. How perfect. And it is a really nice gold, kind of a brighter gold in the background, and then we have that lighter shades of the flowers on top. Creates a lot of movement, and it's just lovely, lovely. Makes it look really good. So third one is called Shabby, and the color is Maize. So we have this even lighter tone of yellow, but then splotches of light gold, and then little grids and specks, kind of like what you see in the honey, of that really deep amber color. So love the movement in this. Beautiful color, and a perfect choice for our honey. And last but not least, our Spatter. And this one is just perfect. It is kind of like the color of honey. And if you, I guess if you look at honey up close, you will see all these different colors, and depending on where that honey is from, I guess the color changes, depends on where it is from. So I just love it. So Spatter, Shabby, Floral Elements, Dublin, and Terrain. This is our honey for Color Club for August. So I know the next question is going to be, when will we be able to subscribe? Because of course we are sold out. We don't have any spots at the moment. However, there is a light coming. We will be adding a few spots this week. So if you signed up for notifications, how to do that is just go to the Goodies Color Club product page on the website, and it will say sold out, but you can put your email in there, and you'll be notified whenever we add subscribers. So we will be just adding a few this month, but next month we will be adding a lot. So hopefully we'll have spots for everybody next month. It's all based on how much fabric I can get. And unfortunately, it's really hard to increase your fabric orders, you know, when there's short term or short notice. I order fabric so far ahead, as I've been trying to explain. So that is kind of the main thing, but we upped our orders already a while back, so we'll be adding more spots. But the key thing is, I'm gonna apologize right away. The spots we're adding this week, probably tomorrow, they're gonna fill up probably really soon. So please don't get too frustrated if you can't get a spot now. We will be adding way more next month. So any questions on the honey bundle? Anything you want to say or ask? Do you see any questions, Mr. Honey?
Yes, it was inspired by me.
Yeah, he thought it was, he of course it is. Yes, they are half yards. Diana's asking, are they half yards? Yes, they're half yards. 5 half yards in a pack, and the subscription price is $24.95. So it's a good deal.
How often do you get? How's it work?
Once a month. So you're automatically charged once a month on the 5th of the month, and so that's when we start shipping them, on the 5th, 6th. So it takes a few days to get them out, but you can cancel anytime. And so if we're adding a few spots now, it's because of maybe cancellations or things like that, or better use of fabric. But that's how we can add spots. So there's no commitment. You just have to cancel before the 5th of the month, and you can actually control that yourself. When you log into your account at GE Designs, there's and you go to my, where you see my downloadable files, right above that, it will say my subscriptions. So you would click on that, and from there you can cancel. You can also change your credit card, update your credit card like some maybe have had to do before. So it's really nice. You can kind of figure all that out yourself.
Who would ever cancel? That's crazy.
I know. So I want to read you some of the things. So Julie put this together. So what is all the buzz about? So honey color and flavor. So the colors, and it depends, I guess, on where the bees buzz. I wanted to read this for you. So the color of the honey is related to the season in which it was harvested and the nectar or the blossom source visited by the bees. Honey ranges from nearly colorless to dark brown, and its flavor varies from mild to sharp and bold, again, depending on where the honeybee buzzed. We should be looking at the fabric while I talk about this. Oh, okay, sorry. Spring honey is usually light and transparent and has a mild flavor, and then summer honey is cheerful yellow with fruity flavors. Autumn honey is usually darker and it has sharper taste. That's kind of what I would have guessed. It gets darker as it goes further into the season. I guess I was thought right. So color and flavor is related to the source. Depends on the nectar source. And honey is produced in every state and in most countries around the world. Isn't that amazing? That is amazing. I didn't really know that. Minerals are found in the flower source. The color of honey can change over time. If it's exposed to high temperatures, it will get darker. Darker honey is usually higher in antioxidants. Oh, that's interesting. All right, so fun bee facts. The first honeybees were brought to America in the 17th century by Europeans. Interesting. Foraging honeybees, they harvest pollen for protein, which collects on the fuzzy hairs of their legs, giving them appearance of wearing pants. Oh, cute. Beekeepers refer to this as a bee's pollen pants. The bees carry the colorful pollen back to the hive, where it's stored as food for the colony. Estimates suggest that an average colony of 150,000 bees flies about 12 million miles. Wow. Collecting 40 pounds of pollen and nectar to make 130 pounds of honey. Whoa, they're hard workers for sure. The average the queen bee's job is only to lay eggs. The queen is able to lay about 1,500 eggs a day, which over the year can produce 200,000 workers. So the honeybee does not want to sting you because after it stings, it dies. Okay, I would think I would still run. So honey, in particular, some facts. People use honey to ease the symptoms of allergies, and I've heard that. Coughs and colds, hangovers, ulcers, and to promote wound healing. I've heard that about the allergies, so you're supposed to have honey from where you live for seasonal allergies. And then also, the best thing if you burn yourself, like if you hit that iron on your hand when you're quilting, put honey on it. That really works to stop the sting right away. Over time, honey crystallizes or granulates. To return the honey to its original state, place in a container, warm water, and allow to soften. Do not boil or microwave because it destroys the health benefits. It should be stored at room temperature. Yes, I know that. Honey is the only natural food that as long as it's kept airtight, it does not spill. Well, I have to say, the same applies to the honey fabrics. They do not spoil. They do not have an expiration date. They will fit in wherever you want it to fit in your collection. And let me now show you some bundles. I went and just dug in our bundles what bundles we already have. These would work perfectly in with. So some of these are even in our sales section. So I have a full tub here, so just bear with me. So let's go to the overhead. of course, I had to do Queen Bee. Queen Bee really only has one gold in here, but there's, of course, gold specced out throughout the bundle. So this would just make a wonderful choice for the Queen Bee, of course. We have some other ones from our, these are from our sale section. Whatnots already has some great golds. Adding these would really kind of make a gold quilt along with balanced half and half. That would be beautiful. We have, again, in our sale section, On the Go already has great yellows. Throw in some of these for more calmness. Would be great. This one is in our sale as well. Migration has one gold, but there is gold everywhere throughout. So that would be a great choice to mix in with this one. So is Pardon My French, all the gold in all of the beautiful French fabrics. This would be great as a calming element. We have Homestead. That's on sale as well. We have one yellow, but yellow is throughout the bundle, so that would be great to add a little more yellow in here to create balance. We have Andina. I love this. Has one yellow, but there's yellow throughout all of the prints, so that would create great balance. You have lights and you have darks, and then you add some more yellow. It'd be a very nicely balanced quilt. Let's see, more from the sale section. This one I thought would be really cool because there's no gold in this. This is Scented Garden, so but it has in the butterflies, in the flowers, there's gold everywhere. So using this one as an accent, using these guys as like the accent for hope or Amelie or anything like that where it really pulls out, that will be gorgeous with this one. Scented Garden. All right. Another on sale, Mermaid in Blue Jeans. There's gold throughout and there's one yellow in here. So adding more would be a great choice to make a nicely balanced quilt. We have Day of the Dead. There's yellow and gold throughout, so only one in here. This would create just a lovely addition. And this is one of our newer ones, Mod Cloth. It has a lot of that light yellow in here, just two colors in here, so adding more would work really well. And then, surprise one, Sunshine Soul. It doesn't have any yellow in here, but look at all the gold all throughout. So again, this would work really great as an accent for any of the quilt that need that focus color. So Clarissa or Elvira or something like that. This one kind of went with the Day of the Dead, the Eternal Yours, same thing. There's gold everywhere, but none in the bundle, so it would be great to add that. And then we have this gorgeous bundle, which I love, Meant to Be, obviously, perfect connection. So it has some gardening themes, some flowers, butterflies, and perfect mix to add, because only two golds in here. Adding more golds would work awesome. Meant to Be, love this one. A couple of more. There's a small one called So On and So Forth, sewing theme with that gold in the scissors and gold on the sewing machines. Be great to add more gold to it. And then we have only have a few left of this Springbrook. Springbrook has a little bit of yellow in it, but it would be lovely, has some bees in here too, so that would be lovely to add these to it. So there's your options, lots of them, right? Lots and lots. So have fun. Maybe you have some of these already and got your golds, and we should be good to go. Good as gold, right? Now we have to clear the table again because I got more stuff to show you. So, scale of 1 to 10, those of you that are in Color Club, how much did you love this month's Color Club? Was it a 10? Was it a 10? Yes, I put a lot of work into this, picking the fabrics, making sure we have the different textures, the beautiful colorways, and having fun and variety in the inspiration. So love it. One of my favorite things. So these are going happily on my shelf. You may have noticed that the package that I pulled this out of, it's addressed to me. Yes, I am a subscriber. Yes, I pay for shipping, which sounds ridiculous, but I just always want to also make sure that everything works nicely. Like I get the notification emails and the tracking information, and so I just want to make sure everything works. So, and I also want to secure that I get some fabric. So I am a subscriber. Love it. All right, so if we don't have any more questions, I think we're ready for some new fabric. There is some new fabric in the store. Up first is this amazing fabric line called Secret Stream, and it is very colorful. Prepare for Color Bomb right here. Very cool, from Free Spirit, and I should say different types of fabrics, but I love that. So designer is Philip Jacobs, Snow Leopard design. So we're gonna start with the ducks. Isn't that cool? Very cool. And of course, color explosion. So you're gonna have all these nature, called Secret Stream. So you have these nature themes and great florals. Daffodils, don't see that very often. We have the lily pads with frogs, and there's birds, and there's koi fish, and this beautiful print, and just explosion of color again. This one, is this bluebells? I want to say it is, but I'm not quite sure. This looks like it, kind of. But those gardeners, you can tell me. We have beautiful flower collage here. Explosion of color again. And then the little small little bells. So pretty with that hot pink background. Gotta love it. And I think, is this hollyhocks? I gotta get up on my gardening, my flower names, but this is just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful florals. There's a couple of just blenders in there, but I love it that they're really nice and bright, so they pull from the whole collection, and they blend with the whole collection. This one is one of my favorite prints, the painted turtles. Look at that. And I love the water in the background, so just so cool. And another tone on tone here, the really nice bright green. And then we have butterflies. So this is one of those where you could use these together by throwing some calmer prints in here with it. Make a really kind of a cave style, wild but gorgeous quilt. And there's another blender in that same tone in the black. Or you can just use portions to add to other stuff. And I love that about these big prints. You could take one and just throw in with other stuff. So what I did for this one is, first off, I just started with the colors. So I went with first a beautiful blue, the Jot Dot Cornflower. I love that brightness of that color with it. And then Tula Pinks, True Colors, has the dark blue and the lighter blue tones in it, so it works perfectly. A little bit of the light blue and the turquoise, the Bumblebees Tikahau turquoise. Then we went with the pinks, so needed one really hot pink. Again, Tula Pink, True Colors, the agate and the pink, and then another Bumbleberries in the pink burst for a little bit lighter for the light pinks. And then we gotta have yellow, bright yellow. Again, the True Colors Amber, perfect, and I love it. It has a lot of movement like all of these prints do. And then the Jot Dot Medium Yellow, perfect for the darker hues and the lighter. The green was a little tougher because it is bright, so I thought there's also tones of lighter and more toned down green than this green. So I thought the speckled and the emerald green works really nicely. It's kind of a perfect match with that darker green and everywhere. I'm going to put it over here with the ducks. And then the seeds and the grass. So seeds is our new line of basics. We have this in, I believe, almost at least 18 or 20 colors. Love this new basic. So seeds in the grass has a little bit lighter tones. So some of those lighter greens work really well. So these are the colors that I pulled for it. And then if you wanted to do a background with it, I would say with something so colorful, go light. I would go a light background or almost a white. If you wanted to do a really calm background or accent, I would just go white on white. I pulled this one, the white stars, Century White Stars. But if you wanted a little bit of color, here's a perfect one. The Beguiled and the Splatter white, because it has specks of purple and the blue and the pink everywhere. So just a little touch. So it would have that movement and still be calm. And then if you wanted something a little more modern with a little more movement, I really like this one. The Words to Live By in the Cloud with that gray in here ties in with kind of the darks and grays in here. And there's also grays in the turtles. So this is Secret Stream. Pretty fun. Now I know probably many of you would think that this is too wild, but I also know a lot of you love this kind of stuff. So it's just so unique and different, and so that's what I am sometimes really drawn to. All right, we're gonna totally switch gears for the next one and go with a line that's called Shibori Blues. So this is the Japanese technique of dyeing, Shibori, and this one is all blues ranging from dark to light, always popular, of course. And I really love that deep, rich navy in the darkest ones. So what you will find here is mostly just geometrics, and I love that this one has that kind of a lighter. So even you have the dark navy, it has all the different shades of blue in the print. So not just white on blue. We have some great marbled fabrics in here. And then I love that it has a difference in scale as well. Here's the second colorway of the marble, a little bit going into a little bit of teal, but that's all a part of the same blue family. Going into the lighter tones, and a great polka dot. And we have this one in the lighter. And then finally, the lightest marble. So then I pulled some fabrics with it. So this obviously works in whatever. You could do so much by putting this together, throwing in maybe one focus, using a white background for something like Athena. If you wanted a similar look that I did with Athena, this would be great with a white background. If you wanted more variety, we actually have another bundle called Indigo Dyed, which is the same influence, same Japanese style, but different prints. So adding that together, or if you have this already, this would work really well to give you more, even more variety. Doing something like Elvira or just Algorithm, I think that would be just so gorgeous if you wanted just a blue quilt. So I pulled also, if you wanted to add in some just more blues, but in those hues for some more calmness, I started on the darkest end with a grunge peacoat. We have Dash Flow in the Twilight, which is a new color for us. We have Ophelia in the dot, in the navy dot, so a little bit smaller dot than what we have here. Spectrostatic Navy has that white in it, so it really blends nicely with it. Going into more medium blues, the Canvas and the Blue Jeans, and the Circled Burst and the Denim. So still have the same feel as what we have going on. Some of the lightest one, I used one of the new ones, the Seeds in the Sky colorway. Now, If you wanted a background, a light background, I'm going to give you a couple of options. So obviously, easiest thing would to be some kind of a white on white or very light so that everything will stand out really well. So the Love to Knit Snow and the Dot Snow, I really love that hue of white. Now, if you wanted, so a lot of the blues will sometimes read a little bit gray, and this print on this seedlings has a bluish gray print on it. So as you can see, it's not as sharp as a contrast, but enough and has still movement and fun to it. And then I chose one more, and that is because I love anything gold or brown or like pumpkin with blue, obviously yellow. So obviously our honey would be perfect with these blues. But if you wanted a background and then maybe an accent color, this would be great because it has that amber seeds, the soften the volume and the flying seeds. And let me just show you for example, if you wanted to make this like an Amelie quilt and you needed the accent color. So here's some options. Obviously I showed you the gold. So the terrain is one of the part of the honey bundle. So that would be really bright and stand out. If you wanted it to be a little bit more muted, but still stand out, I love the deco stitch and the pecan praline. This color is so nice with this, and this will make a nice masculine quilt as well. If you wanted it even more toned down, you could go with a brown, a Floral Element spicy brown. So I love all these depending on how loud you want it to be. But honestly, with blues, you can put any color. You can, of course, put red. It's going to stand out very nicely, but just love it. Love the idea of these blues with a little bit of, I don't know, pumpkin or mustard color somehow. That is my favorite. So Shibori Blues is the name of this one. If you were wondering what the other one was called, it's called Indigo Dyed. That dyed with that Y. Indigo Dyed. And so that is, we just have very few left of that bundle in stock. But just beautiful, beautiful stuff. Okay. Moving on to something totally different. Again, totally different. So this one is perfect for midsummer. Well, it was supposed to be here early summer, but it's called Lemonade. A beautiful, this fabric has a beautiful hand. It's this Clothworks and a really unique colorway. So first we have all the lemonades signs. Fresh squeezed, homemade lemonade, 25 cents. And then we have some beautiful, I love this taupey brown that is with this. And I love the lemons, I love the artwork. We have a tone on tone with just the specks of cream. In the brown, we have a brown plaid. And then we have a nice floral with a few bees in there. Look at that. So maybe you need to put a little honey in your lemonade. Then we have beautiful yellows, really nice and bright without being screaming bright. We have just a nice soft plaid in the yellow. And then we have the lemons. And I just love this kind of a off-white background. We have the sunflowers with the bees, or it's actually probably daisies. We have the dot on the just taupe, and then we have, it's like a taupey light gray color. Love this kind of a background, just specks of the dark, and then we have it in the lighter, so more like a linen color, which is kind of what this background reminds me of. And so this is the bundle. It is 12 pieces, and so for my fabric pull, I started with the darker end of it. I did the darkest ones will be the Provisions and the Onyx. I pulled another Seeds one, which is the Seeds in the Smoke. And then for the taupey ones, the Life's Recipes texture in the gray, because look at this dark color. It's a perfect match with here. For my yellows, I did the Nature Elements Mimosa, nice and bright as well. The Dash Flow and the Daffodil. and then the circle burst and the sunshine for the lightest hues of yellow. And then for this really kind of grayish taupe, the botanicals and the vintage gray is almost a perfect match. And then the nature elements and the moonbeam, also almost a perfect match here. And if you wanted to go match this linen color, I have a couple of options for you. The Perfect Day in the Splatter in the white, and then the Canvas in the French Vanilla. So then I found a great plaid, diagonal plaid. If you wanted to add a diagonal plaid, look at this one. It has the taupe and the dark brown in it. It's the diagonal plaid from Pumpkins and Blossoms. And then I thought, okay, what if you needed a sharp accent color? And I found same print as this in the black or chalkboard. And look, it has the brown specks in it from here, but it's a nice dark black, and it would stand out from anything. If you really wanted a sharp contrast, this one would stand out. So this is Lemonade. Such a fun, cool line. This would be really cute table runners, just anything like for the kitchen, for maybe the patio in the summertime, napkins, and like this fabric is so soft and nice. I really love it. So we got one more for you tonight, and totally switching gears from summer to fall. We got a beautiful fall line from one of my favorites designers and people in general, Miss Sandy Gervais. And this line of hers is called Adele in Autumn. And so very classic, beautiful Sandy Gervais colors, fall colors. Have always loved her fall colors for years. So we'll start with the light ones. So we have, this is a very nicely balanced bundle with some lights going into from light to dark pretty much. Love these little acorns. It is a 15 piece just because I couldn't stop myself. We have the branches here with the orange leaves going into this really beautiful yellows, or really these should be just autumn golds. And see how it kind of is starting to go from lighter to dark already into a little bit of orange and these really nicely deep rusty reds. And I love this one, the little berry one with the orange. And a great olive green for fall. So awesome tone-on-tone prints to use that mix with anything. And then we got the pumpkin print. Again, need a little more room over here. And then the last colorway is the browns. But I really love that it's not too dark. They just mesh really nicely with it. Kind of like a milk chocolate. And so finishing with this print, and the browns don't seem that dark because look at all the color that's in them. We have so much orange and gold in here that it will just mix seamlessly. So this is a 15 piece Adele in Autumn, and there's one more print from the line that we have in 1 yard, and that is of course my fave, a plaid, beautiful plaid. It's not diagonal, but it is a gorgeous plaid using some of the oranges and a little bit of gold in there. But I still did a fabric pull because I can't help myself. So the neutrals that will work well in here are going to be the grunge cream is almost a perfect match. And it just makes it so nice and warm. I love this one with it too, the Andina Moonlight ties, to maybe make it a little bit more modern feel to it. That dark will tie in with the darkest parts of the browns. For the golds, I did a Dash Flow Amber for the lighter, the Dimples Rasha for the deeper golds, going into some orange, the Grunge Papaya, and the Seeds in the orange. Beautiful color. And then some greens. I did a lighter hue with the nature elements in the moss. And then the Thatched Sprig is the darker. And then for my browns, oh, I skipped my reds. Yeah, I had to go everywhere. Redux Calypso and the cherry, because it has a nice warmth to it, and then the canvas hot sauce. So then we got the greens and then browns. Browns, the canvas and the coffee bean, and then dimples in the cafe noir. So then we have this plaid, and what if you wanted a diagonal plaid with a little bit of green? Well, I found one. Look at this one. The Pumpkin Harvest diagonal plaid works perfectly with it too. So beautiful line, and I just want to mix them all together for a cozy fall quilt. Strip quilt or something, I don't know. Haven't decided yet, but I really love this. So Adele in autumn, and that concludes our fabrics of the night. Lots of fabric talk tonight. Really all about fabric. I should talk about the quilts behind me. Maybe?
Yeah.
June is on the back wall. My finally abandoned to June. I just need to finish the border, but that's the top. It hasn't been quilted yet. In the corner we have Stella. Stella is a classic, really quick and really fun to make because it goes together so fast. And then we have a golden oldie here on the side. This is eye strip. Eye strip has been very popular in the I-states for college quilts. Iowa, Illinois, Indiana. And I've seen lots of both Iowa State and University of Iowa quilts in both school colors. So we don't make sides, we'll take sides, so it's all good. All right, so let's see who is our live winner for tonight. Our live winner, $25 gift card up for grabs. Who was good about commenting? Oh, it's Roberta. Roberta Leitza. I hope I pronounced you correctly, your name. But please send us an email, help@gequiltdesigns.com, and you will get your $25 gift card, and you can start shopping. Now, so then here's your second chance to win. Any questions on anything? Any questions? Oh, somebody was asking, I thought it was abandoned fabric for June. Yes, it is abandoned 2. So abandoned 2 was sold out. We are getting more of it, so we put it back up for pre-order. So if you want to secure a bundle from the second batch, you can get it. The eye strip pattern, yes, the eye strip is a single pattern, like many of our strip patterns, using 2.5-inch strips and a background. So it is available both as a PDF and as a printed pattern. So any other? Stella is in a book. So it is in the Stripology Mixology, first Stripology Mixology book. So turtle fabric, nope, unfortunately the Secret Stream is only in a bundle. I don't have any extras in yardage. So let me ask you the question, the giveaway question of the evening. I wanted to see, since now we're getting to be halfway into August already, which is going way too fast, and summer is kind of winding down as we're starting to do, kids are starting to go back to school and all that. So what is your favorite thing? We're going to hang on to it. What is your favorite thing about summer? Maybe it depends on where you live, obviously. My favorite thing is probably longer days and some sunshine and some warmth, because I live in Minnesota, so my winters are cold and dark. And I used to live in Iceland, where they're even darker. So I love the sunshine and just having longer days. Yeah. How about you?
No shoveling snow.
No shoveling snow.
Yeah, that's my best thing about summer.
Yeah. Probably you like riding your bike, motorcycle.
Yeah, riding a Harley is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, you haven't done enough of it this summer, though.
Not a lot.
No.
I just rode a couple of days ago. That was nice.
Yeah. So that is our favorite. Let us know in the comments your answer to the question, and that's all you have to do to enter a giveaway for the $25 gift card. And we will announce the winner next week on our show, Tipsy Tuesday, 7 p.m. August 17th at 7 p.m. Central, of course. This one will be a fun one. You don't want to miss this one. It's going to be our Halloween show. Yes, Halloween early, which means I'm going to show you lots of quilts and quilted items, table runners, things made from our Halloween fabrics. And so lots of inspirations. You don't want to miss it. So next week, August 17th, we've been preparing. We've been trying to make a lot of stuff for you guys. So, and then of course, next Happy Friday show will be on Friday, August 13th. Friday the 13th at 3 p.m. Central. And if you didn't hear, our flavor of the month for August is pineapple. So the drink of Friday will have some kind of pineapple in it. But that is it for us tonight. Anything you want to say to everybody?
Have a good day or night.
Have a good day. Take it easy. Enjoy these last days of summer. Maybe for some of you that means that things are cooling down, and it's a great thing. But we love that you stopped by and hung out with us for an evening. So I hope you do again next week. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
I don't know how you go.